Good morning. I haven't even taken my eye boogers off. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to share something with you. I want to share what happened last night. Not exactly what happened last night, but what happened when I was dreaming. And one second, get my tea. I have a sore throat. What happened when I was dreaming and the realizations that I came to this fine morning. So where do we start? Let's start with yesterday. So I guess I can spill the tea a little bit more than I think. Oh, I want some incense. You gotta bear with me, babies. I don't want to move you though. Okay, so let's start with TikTok. So I posted a video opening up about why I hadn't been there for a while. Because this is sage, by the way. And I have a tiny black tourmaline stone in my belly button. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, putting it back. For protection, okay? The vibes gotta be cleaned around here. Cleaning that third eye. Okay. Let's put this over here and I can talk to you. This feels so new to me, just doing this right now. It's exciting. I made this video on TikTok talking about why I hadn't been there for a while. Basically because I wasn't believing in tarot reading and predictions and my own voice. How I realized that it probably has a lot to do with my relationship with my mother and my fear of that linked to my fear of self-expression, because growing up I felt like my words hurt people, because I felt like, my mom was so sensitive and she made it known that her emotions were on me, that I, being so sensitive always and forever, I took that into my heart and I felt really bad about speaking up. Also being told not to be the center of attention, because I was a very pretty child. I like saying that. I was pretty there for a bit. Then I had a long ass awkward phase that ended very recently, if we want to believe it ended. So I posted that, and then I was feeling a little inspired, and I created these videos of a message that I was giving to myself, really. But I wanted to share it. And it came out in Spanish. I didn't even think about it. That's something, a route that I want to take with this, is just using the language that feels right in that moment. My throat. And I got this comment from this old lady, and I don't think they're real comments. They could be, but it's very similar to this other account with this older lady picture on it that was around the same message. The malice within me wants to believe that's probably someone trying to ask for money and through getting some pity, but at the same time it's like, okay, maybe someone's just sharing what they're feeling. I don't know. The point is that it was the same message every time. Not literally the same message, but like the message behind it was the same thing. It's lovely what you're saying, but I'm too old, too tired, and I cannot do it. With the other lady, it was constant, and she did send the same message over and over again. And then I came to a realization. But before we talk about that, let's rewind and go back to last night. So last night, I feel like there is a correlation between the energy I felt recording that video. The one that I told you, it was called A Message About Your Home. I was feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I was feeling out of place. I was feeling guilty. I was feeling like, oh, why am I using my voice to coax people or something? but I was feeling like off. And then I engaged in some sexual relations that were also feeling a little bit off. Both times, I cannot say I did not feel I did not need to be there and do what I was doing, but both were definitely a little lesson. Now, I went to sleep. And I had the most amazing dream. So this dream was set in my childhood home. And I was alone. And I was this age. It was just me. I couldn't see myself. I was just, view out of my eyes. I couldn't see myself. And these three men, like one was distracting me. Then another one came along. Like they were in the front door. And I won't go into super details about it because it's unnecessary. But they were in the front door. One, I mean, we're gonna go into symbolism of it, and I'm just gonna go over it. They were in the front door. One was distracting me. That same one that was distracting me held on into my held on to my chest, to my boobies, and just when I felt like, okay, I can get these guys out of there because they weren't inside the house, there was like a door and a little screen right next, which I think that's exactly how my childhood home used to look like. And when I think I said it out loud, or they heard my thoughts, and they were like, it's too late, there's already someone inside. And they were trying to rob me, kidnap me, probably sex traffic me, like some crazy shit. The house was all furnished and it was daytime. I'm getting a little emotional. That feels very, 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 very important. I'll read into my dream once we're done, or as we go, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But they tried to like grab me. This part was like a little iffy. I remember this guy, I think I was tied or something, or I just couldn't move. I remember not feeling very scared, but I look over at him and he like had robbed some stuff from the house and he had it on him. And he has it all, this landlines, the long ones, the slim ones with the little rectangular screen. And he was like kind of talking. They were talking with each other and they were like going around the house. And I somehow managed to kill all three of them, which was really cool. I mainly like I think like I tied them up, like made them all maybe like, I don't know if played around is the word, but like moved around their extremities in a way that they were stuck. And usually the way was just like grabbing them and slamming them against the floor, but like the amount of force that you need to be able to do that. Until I got to all three of them. And then at the end I grab this landline and I go to call my dad. And I'm not really paying attention, I'm just typing down the numbers. And then I notice, wait, one number is wrong, but I don't realize what number it is I'm typing. Here's where it really hits me. I type it again, and by this point, I see the number, like I finished typing it, and I see the number right in front of me. There was only one number wrong. I remember it blinking like tick, tick, tick. Almost like I went back and just changed that one. But at this point, I could only see like my only vision was the little rectangular screen from the landline phone, and I woke up typing the number, which is funny, but I can see so clearly like the screen was like this greenish gray, if you remember, like this very light green, and the numbers were all in black, small, in that like landline typography, font, don't know. When I woke up, I am typing the numbers with my hand. And guess what number it was? It wasn't my dad's number that I was typing instinctively. It was my own phone number. And not an old phone number. I've changed phone numbers so many times in my life. but my most current phone number, my Spain phone number. Now let me explain it to you. With the sex yesterday and this dream of killing men that want to control me. No shade to the sex, by the way. Like, that's not the point. The point is my realizations that I've been processing, gaining control over my body. Being in my childhood home in the dream was such a important detail, because during my childhood is when I felt the most helpless. I remember thinking, I mean, some people look back at their childhood and they're like, oh my god, I wish I was a child again. Now that I'm away from home, I've had those little thoughts, but they aren't that important. I remember feeling relieved, like finally, my life isn't in somebody else's hands. It can be in my own. Thank fucking God. I never want to go back. That's how I felt. And then being men was very important. Then being three of them probably means something as well that I will decipher with time. And the fact that I could just use my strength. And it didn't feel very realistic. The way I don't know if I killed them or I immobilized them. My goal was just to get them to leave me alone. And I did it all by myself. And then when I need help, who do I call? The Ghostbusters. I called myself. That just feels like God, my angels, my guides, my ancestors, my body, Mother Earth, this collective we're in, telling me, you've done it, you've made it, you have what you've been looking for. You have yourself now. And I told this person that I had sex with, which is the only person that's available to have sex with me at this time. Well, is that completely true? Maybe not, but it doesn't matter. The only person I wanted to have sex with until now. Telling them this morning, you know what, I don't want to have sex anymore. Let's leave it at that. Feels like I'm gaining control back over my body, and it's a little hard to believe. It's like, can you really stick to your word? Is that really what you want? But it's not about the sex. I just heard, there you go. You see, you're contradicting yourself already. No, it's not about that. It's about gaining control over my body. And I'm so thankful. Maybe it's not time to be thankful yet, but I feel thankful for the hardship. Because that dream wasn't easy, and you know, when you wake up from a nightmare, you don't always feel grateful, but it didn't feel like a nightmare. It had the happiest ending. Like, I don't know if maybe I even understand the deeper meaning of being served that dream on a beautiful silver platter. It's just like a message directly from God. From those beings that I'm always so earnestly talking to, telling me, here's your answer, you've got yourself. Trust me on that. Trust me, it has finally happened. We have been waiting a whole life for this moment, and now it has happened. You've got yourself. Changed my lock screen this morning. It felt right. Every time something big happens, I wanna change my lock screen. 1444 when I looked up. I see that number a lot. Even the time where I was completely like, I don't want to believe in anything anymore. The one number I kept on seeing was 144. And I don't know if I believe in the idea behind the 144,000. Like, I haven't gotten any real confirmation from my inner compass that that is true or relevant even. Maybe someday it will, hopefully not, because that could mean like mass extinction or something. Maybe the the meteor people talking about, let me get water, about a meteor striking Earth on 2027 might be true. No. I refuse to believe that. I don't care how much evidence there might be. Okay. So, that was the first part. And for the second part, oh, my last screen says, who are you after it's all done? There's this naked lady, which is basically reminding me, you don't want to have any more sex, okay? Okay, so, I mean, not ever again, but I need to reclaim this body. I'm too easy sometimes, I swear. Need to say nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Can you say nuh-uh, nuh-uh? This morning I was repeating over and over again, I do not want to have sex with you. I do not want to have sex with you. I do not want to have sex with you. As if my throat was capable of getting that out. God. I repeated it like a lot of times. Okay. So a little entry from today. I have realized that I've been acting like a tired old lady when it comes to my creations. Like I don't have energy for this or that. Let me just get it done. Some older ladies have been commenting on my TikTok. In quotes, it all sounds great, but I'm old and tired. I can't. And I have realized that has been my outlook to creating. The same as my grandma, now that I think about it. Burning generational trauma. Love always. AC, maybe. That's that. You might have noticed that I changed my YouTube channel name, and if you follow me on social media, maybe you've noticed that I've changed it there. Maybe not. I don't really have much views here yet. But I've changed my name again, and now the name that I'm using is actually my legal name, which is quite scary, I'm not gonna lie. But it's also a layer of processing. Sorry, I got distracted. A layer of processing my fear of losing control, or like feeling like somebody else was in control of my life rather than myself. So I wanted to change my name. Just like, I am in control now. I am not the same person I used to be. Still recuperating from some stuff. Okay, so what are my goals now? You see these eyes? They're focused. Oh, they're so focused. Okay, so you may have known, no, you don't know this, I wanted to be an English teacher. I was putting all of my energy into that. She's changed her mind. Oh my god, she's so unreliable. Well, yeah, I've changed my mind because I had a huge tower moment where I got sick, hence why I'm taking those pills. And it gave me time to fucking think and be like, you cannot do anything that you don't have your heart in. And end of story. I don't want to hear anymore. And sorry. And to do. And since then, I have been in the process of learning. how to be myself, what acting out of your heart looks like. And now today I realized I have been withdrawing my energy from creating. So I'm thinking, okay, let's take it slowly. Because I really hate saying that I'm gonna do something and then not doing it. So one step at a time, but at the same time allowing myself to put my passion into things. Hence why I'm speaking to you today over here. So I'm thinking of maybe being on short form a little bit more. Perhaps posting a lot on TikTok and being more careful with what I post on Instagram. We'll see. Also what I want for long form. I'm thinking of calling the messages like a short little name, right? And then the line, and calling them kind of like a place to process, you know? I don't want to give predictions, I want to give confirmations. I'm thinking of using the cards as like fun to pick out like what story I'm seeing. And then the advice that I would give from experience and intuition, because I feel like I need to ground it between what I know and what I'm feeling. Because I feel like that's what my videos were missing before. It was all feeling, but there was no groundedness in them. So if you cannot ground it, it cannot be helpful. And then just to flow. And I put in parentheses, maybe this is sticking. And I would like to be the internet's big sister. Maybe I'm not old enough for that yet, but I know there are a lot of young people here that I would love to help out a little bit with what I know, and if it resonates with them, you know? Because I mean, my life hasn't been easy, and let's use it for something good, right? Right? Okay, that's the end of that. I bought this so recently, and this is all I've left. I'm gonna eat that up in like 3 seconds. Oh, well, it's hard for me to end this. I have a thing where it's hard to say goodbye, but it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye.